I like to be an explorer, like the great Magellan.
Oh, you're too late. There's really nothing left to explore.
The pole of inaccessibility.
Don't be afraid.
The coldest place in Antarctica, the hardest place to reach, and a place that's never been reached from two directions at once. You can only go into it one way and then back out the other way, which ought to tell you something. You go in one way, you have to go back out the way you came. It's called the pole of inaccessibility. The South Pole is the coldest place on Earth, the most difficult place on Earth to reach. 360 is a whole turnaround, but we have 365 days. When you start putting the sun's motion, the moon's motion, and the stars' motion together, it's irrational. They don't make sense. So you end up with Mayan calendars that's trying to get an accurate of where we're going into the future, because these three clocks don't match up with each other. That indicates intelligence. That indicates that we're in a realm, not a planet. We're in a realm of some sort. The sun's motion and the sun's timing system can't be exactly correlated precisely with the moon's. Indicate the heavens move, Earth doesn't move. As far as I'm concerned, my study of this, heliocentric model is a nightmare, complete garbage. Think about that.
About it. We suggest a ban on all marine harvesting.
Right? Any head on. I'm responding to one with more.
One of the sign, no fishing.
Our very distinguished guest for this evening is Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
It is the most isolated landmass on the planet. There is no permanent population. There is no horizon, no shadows. There is only light. Nature never intended for you to survive here.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's gonna do it? You?
In the currently most accepted model, Antarctica is not a continent, but a 360-degree landmass made up of ice that holds the oceans within. The Gleason's map is basically an azimuthal equidistant projection, which can be traced back to the year 1000. The AE map is also an official map of the United States Geological Survey, the USGS, and the official logo for the United Nations.
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
That is the ideal that this body at its best has pursued. Of course, there have been too many times when collectively we have fallen short of these ideals.
The oldest known globe in the world is from 1492. This is something you need to keep in mind because many people argue that the azimuthal equidistant map is just a flattened out version of the globe, when in fact the globe is just a rounded version of this true world flat map. If the flat map came first and it has the ability to convert into a globe without any problems whatsoever, then that should tell you a little bit about how this globe deception was achieved. Now, back to if there is an edge or not. There is no proof that there is an edge past the Antarctic ice wall, but it is speculated by many that perhaps the plane that we live on is either extremely expansive or it's possibly endless. In these two scenarios, it would be logically assumed that more land is being hidden from the general public.
And I'm here to reveal the truth. There are others who exist on this planet. They do not view us as equals. They call themselves the pure, and they call us the damaged. They created a wall to divide us from their world, and factions to divide us from each other. They tried to make us forget who we are, and where we're from, but they did not succeed. And we're gonna tear down their wall.
For those who control the levers of power in Washington, and for the global special interest, the political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disaster. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our country of its wealth, and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you.
We believe there will be those among you who will transcend these factions. These will be the divergent. They are the true purpose of this experiment. They are vital to humanity's survival. If you're watching us now, then at least one of you is proof that our experiment has succeeded. The time has come for you to emerge from your isolation. Rejoin us.
Evelyn's orders! The gate is now closed!
I've allowed you to believe that you're the last of us. You're not. Mankind waits for you with hope beyond.
But how do we know the Earth is not flat?